Have you ever wondered how major acquisitions in the real estate market can shift the landscape of multifamily housing? Welcome to the Multifamily Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Sandy MacKay. Let's get right to it. In a significant move that could reshape the multifamily housing market, Morgan Properties, an apartment giant based outside Philadelphia, has agreed to purchase Toronto-based Dream Residential Real Estate Investment Trust. This acquisition is set to add Dream Residential's holdings in the United States Midwest and the rapidly expanding Sun Belt to Morgan's portfolio. According to a report from CoStar.com, the all-cash purchase offer values Dream Residential at about $354 million United States dollars. This marks the conclusion of Dream Residential's strategic review, and unit holders are expected to receive $10.80 per unit, which is an 18% premium over the Real Estate Investment Trust's closing price on Wednesday, pending stakeholder approval of the sale. The deal would significantly expand Morgan Properties' holdings beyond its already large concentration of apartments in states like New York and Pennsylvania, moving into high-growth areas such as Texas. This expansion is timely, as rent growth in the Midwest currently outpaces the rest of the United States, highlighting the strategic value of the acquisition. Dream Residential's portfolio includes 15 properties and approximately 3,300 units, primarily garden-style apartment properties located in metropolitan areas such as Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, and Cincinnati. Morgan Properties ranked as the third-largest apartment owner in the United States by the National Multifamily Housing Council's 2025 Top Owners list, has a portfolio of over 100,000 units across more than 360 municipalities in 22 states. With this acquisition, Morgan Properties is poised to strengthen its presence in the Midwest and beyond. The company, founded in 1985 by Mitchell Morgan, is headquartered in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, with an additional office in Rochester, New York. Jonathan and Jason Morgan, who serve as co-presidents, are continuing the family legacy of expanding the company's reach. This acquisition also marks the end of Dream Residential's service agreements with Dream Unlimited and Paul's Corporation, with a separation payment of $7 million United States dollars to cover outstanding fees and wind-down costs, as stated by Dream Residential. This move underscores the dynamic shifts in the multifamily real estate sector, where strategic acquisitions and expansions are key to growth and adaptation in a competitive market. As we navigate the multifamily real estate landscape, it's crucial to understand how demographic shifts and policy changes can impact the market. According to a recent report by CoStar News, multifamily rent increases in Canada have slowed down, and one of the primary factors is the country's changing population growth dynamics. Statistics Canada has highlighted that planned reductions in immigration could significantly affect population growth and, consequently, apartment demand. This change comes amidst a backdrop where Canada has experienced an impressive population growth of 3.2 million people, or 8.4%, since mid-2021. This growth rate, the highest since 1957, has been largely driven by international arrivals, which make up over 95% of the recent increase. Benjamin Tal, the deputy chief economist at CIBC, argued that while the influx of non-permanent residents is causing some short-term challenges, in the long run, it presents an opportunity for stronger growth and increased productivity as immigrants integrate into the workforce. However, Tal also noted that the real estate industry and government were unprepared for this rapid population increase, leading to a mismatch in the provision of public services and housing. In response to these pressures, the federal government plans to reduce the number of permanent residents by over 20%, from 500,000 annually to 395,000 by 2025. This decision has raised concerns among landlords and executives at real estate investment trusts about the potential impact on rental levels. With a federal election on the horizon, immigration policies are expected to be a key issue that could influence the multifamily market's future. The report also noted that rent growth is decelerating, with Yardi's data showing the national vacancy rate rising to 3.6% in the last quarter, the highest since 2020. Even with this increase, the annual turnover rate remains historically low at 23.1%, indicating a steady demand for rentals despite the challenges. Peter Altobelli, Vice President and General Manager of Yardi Canada, emphasized the importance of collaboration between developers and policymakers to address renters' evolving needs. As we look to the future, the government's medium growth scenario projects Canada's population to reach 59.3 million by 2074. However, a low growth scenario could see it as low as 45.2 million. For multifamily developers, these projections emphasize the importance of strategic planning in areas with potential population growth. The dynamics of immigration and its influence on the real estate market will undoubtedly remain a pivotal topic as we move forward. In the town of Ashland, Massachusetts, a surge in multifamily housing proposals is creating a buzz, as reported by Caroline Bunnell from the Metro West Daily News. The influx of these proposals is driven by a mix of economic factors and community needs, although not every proposal is receiving a warm welcome. 3 major 40B projects and a mixed-use development are currently under consideration by town officials, reflecting the growing interest in expanding housing options in the area. Among the notable proposals is a 5-story, 226-unit apartment building at 61 Waverly Street, a 4-story, 116-unit building at 55 West Union Street, and a 14-unit mixed-use building at 55 Tilton Avenue. Despite this development activity, Ashland's affordable housing inventory remains at only 5.9%, well below the state-mandated 10%. Town manager Michael Herbert expressed the town's efforts to increase this percentage, though some planned projects have stalled due to factors beyond their control. The state's 40B law plays a significant role in these developments. It allows developers to bypass certain local planning and zoning regulations if at least 20% of the units are affordable. This law limits the municipality's ability to deny such projects unless they meet the 10% affordable housing threshold. Jeff Engler, a developer with Strategic Land Ventures, LLC, highlighted Ashland's appeal due to its proximity to mass transit and employment hubs, emphasizing the town's undersupply of quality rental and affordable housing. The proposal for 10 to 60 Main Street, known as the Sanctuary at Ashland Mills, is one of the largest under review. It includes plans for 2 residential buildings with 250 housing units and 337 parking spaces. The project also involves restoring a historic mill building for commercial use, though it faces opposition due to environmental and historic concerns. The site sits atop the Nyanza Superfund plume, a chemical waste contamination area, raising safety concerns about residential development. Joan Gonfrad, a member of the local historical commission, voiced concerns over the potential demolition of historic granite buildings and the project's impact on the town's infrastructure, including water supply and traffic congestion. Ashland has experienced significant price increases in single-family homes, indicating strong demand, yet the town struggles with infrastructure challenges, such as water bans and existing congestion in high-traffic areas. Town manager Herbert emphasized the importance of balancing development with open space protection. Ashland has pursued redevelopment of existing properties and conservation efforts to maintain its small-town feel while meeting state housing requirements. This situation highlights the complexities of urban planning, where growth must be managed carefully to preserve community character and address residents' concerns. As we reflect on Ashland's situation, it's clear that the dynamics of multifamily development are multifaceted, involving economic, environmental, and social considerations. For developers and town officials, the challenge lies in crafting solutions that meet housing demands while respecting the community's heritage and infrastructure limitations. Thank you for listening to the Multifamily Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Sandy MacKay. See you on the next one.